Lady Red, I feel like I'm back in New York City with Aja Qween right next to me here. It's like my dream of New York with you there too. Oh, okay, that's what we get, just a pose. That's what, Aja, that's when you know she smoked a big blunt right before the show. She don't want to put words together, so she'll just make a face do it again, Lady Red. That's one of the many offerings we have today. We have Surprise, we have Blinky, and we'll see what else will come up in the rest of the show. Aja, you've been on tour. You've been on War on the Catwalk tour. So you're getting to really spend some time with your season queens and other season queens. I know in the past you said you're not someone who really connects with other queens that are not necessarily in your house. Has that been changing?
Yes, definitely. I, especially on the Work the World tour, I got to like hang with queens like Kimchi. I love Kimchi. She's so funny to me, and she has like collections of pictures on her phone of people in really bad moments.
Oh yeah,
like, people
I've heard about this
people
collection.
Like halfway eating, or like someone like really drunk, passed out, and I'm just like, work, Kim. And also like I've gotten to know queens like Violet and. Even on the tours where we're touring with queens from our own season, like I've gotten to know other queens in such a more brighter light, like Sasha. I've worked with Sasha for years before Drag Race, and like to get to really know Sasha is an experience. Sasha is like a beautiful person inside and out. She's kind of like, to me, she's kind of like right now she's like the Meryl Streep of gender.
Yeah, oh my
right?
God,
like, I don't know what else
said.
to say. Like, she's just so amazing. And like, I could listen to her talk, and we can be silly, and then we can be serious. And like, me and Sasha just get really hammered on tour, and just kind of like have these deep conversations that would turn into like us fighting a tissue dispenser. So it was a lot of that, but also just getting to know the girls. It's nice to know that a lot of us have like very similar experiences, and like there's so much more to us than we could possibly even get to know each other on a show where we're basically battling to do reconstructive brain surgery and lobotomy on each other and on those raccoons. So it's kind of like one of those things where you're just like, wow, I didn't know I had so much in common, and wow, we could actually really be great friends.
It must be kind of nice to be able to share the experience with someone who literally went through it the same as you and can really relate.
Yeah, it's so weird because when you're on set, like, you know, you're not thinking of it that way. You're just thinking like, wow, we're all going through this. We're gonna love each other. And then a lot of times afterward, unless we're doing the big tours, we don't really ever have the time to run into each other.
You're all booked.
Yeah, I mean, most of us. And you know,
hold on, sister.
No, but you know, if I really had the chance, I would really love to sit down and have like a one-on-one kiki with every single one of my Drag Race sisters, because, you know, we're all really good people, and I think that there's no amount of a villainous moment that can dehumanize how actually human these bitches are. They're all pussies. No, I'm just kidding. they're all very real, and they've all gone through some shit. And one thing I love to do is sit down and kind of be like the Dr. Phil, and like I sit there and be like, so can you tell me about what happened when you were 3 years old?
Oh.
I love to know people inside and out. Like, not for any particular reason. I'm just like, I'm very empathetic, and I love to like connect with people on a deeper level. Like, I want you to believe we're in a relationship, even though we're not.
Wow.
I'm crazy. I think I'm really crazy.
Well, let's go back Dr. Phil style to your the past of Aja, honey. Let's talk about that. Now, you grew up in Bed-Stuy, and then when did you start to discover drag or the thought of drag, or how did that come about?
Well, you know, growing up in these types of environments, sometimes it's very like malicious, especially towards like gays and like you know the feminine boys. And I think growing up, I struggled a lot with like internal homophobia, just like kind of being like, oh, I can't act this way or wear this or, you know, walk down the street, you know, like that, because I was scared that I was gonna get hurt. Yeah. Or I was scared that,
that's
you know,
a real danger in the certain neighborhoods.
Yeah, I was scared that I would get hurt or I wouldn't fit in, I wouldn't have friends, and I already felt like I didn't have friends because I wasn't just part of the spectrum, but I was also pretty fucking weird. So, you know, I already didn't have friends. I couldn't afford to let those bitches slide. So I was like, no, love me. It was very that, and so I kind of just like had this like I need to be macho attitude, and somehow along the way I discovered drag And I thought to myself a whole bunch of times, this is really stupid. I was only like 16, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna. But then it just got so curious inside of me. I was like, whoa, like, what if I did? What if I put on this little wig and, I really felt my oats for a second? And, I started going to my cousin's house, and she would always have like these like Halloween wigs and stuff, and she'd be like, girl, put this on, put this on. I was like, nah, you crazy. And guess what? I did, and I was walking around the house looking like a fucking baboon, looking crazy. I had lips going down to my neck. But I realized that there was some sort of feminine energy in me that needed to kind of be channeled. And I started doing like, stay-at-home drag. This was before a makeup tutorial even existed on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
We're talking 7.5 years ago. And there was no Miss Fame tutorial. I didn't know what to do. I think this was even before Miss Fame started doing drag.
I would agree, yeah, I think so.
There was no makeup queens like that were really popular yet. Drag Race had just started airing. It was a really weird time to start doing drag. And but I thought it was so cool. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I was doing it at home. And actually, that's when Miss Momo Shade, who's one of my drag daughters, started doing drag with me. And we were both very young. And
interesting. And where did you guys meet, at school or where?
Well, I met Momo because her ex-boyfriend went to high school with me.
Oh, okay.
And she was starting some shit with the kids in my school. And one of my friends was like, yo, I'm about to fuck this bitch up. And so I hit her up on, were we on Facebook?
I think we were on MySpace.
We were still on MySpace,
yeah.
I think. It was on MySpace, and I said, yo.
You sent her a gift that said,
I was like, yo, you go to my school? And she was like, no, my boyfriend do, and I love him. I was like, okay, girl. She really came that way. But we met, and she embarked on this drag journey with me, and I don't know, some way, girl, with the grace and the glory of the drag stars, one of my friends was like, girl, you should come compete at this bar at this drag competition. I'm like, bitch, I'm 16 years old. What you talking about? Girl, New York City. Walk straight into the club.
Right, drag is the perfect no ID needed, because why would anyone so young be dressed up?
I mean, I'll tell you this. We walked up into the club, out of drag, may I add you, and painted in the basement of...
Wow.
Where was that place called? Was it...
Where were you? Esquilita, Barracuda?
Man, no, we didn't indulge in that.
Okay.
I mean, I love the Banshees, but we
But you didn't want to have them slap a brick and challenge you.
Girl, I wasn't trying to get jumped. Girl, I had a lot of friends who went there. We eventually did sneak into there.
Of course.
But... Well, the first place we went to was Bartini back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And she's closed down now, but there was this queen there who was doing this little competition, and we was in the basement painting and just living our lives, and no queen asked us like, how old are you, anything like that.
Yeah.
It was very like, okay, these bitches don't know. They probably do. But I remember I had got on stage and I had performed the most hottest mess of a Lady Gaga number I have ever performed in my life. I think it was Judas by Gaga.
Oh.
And Momo did, I think she did Into You or something by J-Lo, but I remember she had broke her ankle on the train.
Whoa.
So she performed with a broken ankle. We were living our best, like, underage life.
Sure.
But from there on, I was like, I guess we're gonna be doing drag. Wow! And I actually dropped out of high school to do drag.
Right, you were getting good grades, but you decided to leave school anyway.
Yeah.
Did your mother lose her goddamn mind?
No, well, I had transferred schools, and I was going to fashion school at first, and my fashion credits didn't successfully transfer, so they halved out all my fashion credits as electives, and I was like, well, fuck this, I'm not gonna do an extra year of school. I have like perfect grades. I was like, this is stupid, and then it was just like drag was there, like drag. So it was like the angel was here, like drag, and then the devil here was like drag. So it was like, okay, I guess drag it is. And my family was so pissed. Like, they were all like, you could have went to college, you could have done this, you had good grades, you were our saving grace. And I was here like, I got a backup plan. I'm gonna do drag. And they were all like, you gonna do what? And you know, it's not that they didn't accept it; they just didn't think it was realistic.
Yeah, and even at that time, there really wasn't the. Now someone could go into drag and you'd be like, well, look at all these bitches; they are killing it, making money, traveling the world. But back then, it was not quite that way, even for the people who were on Drag Race.
Let me tell you something. As a 17-year-old hot cha-cha mess, I somehow watched that third season of Drag Race and told myself, I'm gonna get on this show.
Wow.
And I said, it's not gonna be because I'm good at drag. It's not gonna be because I'm pretty or because not even because I'm talented. It's gonna be because, bitch, I will make some great motherfucking TV. And I think if there's anything I'm actually memorable for on my season of Drag Race, it's not that I worked the runway and it's not that I was pretty. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not pretty now, but
Yes.
I'm saying that it's because before I was a drag queen, I was always gonna be a great reality television star. And that's something that I was just naturally born with. I'm trouble. And it's not trouble in a bad way. It's just I'm always gonna be able to turn a situation either into a comedy or a drama. And I think that not a lot of people have that. You know, you can be great at drag, you can walk down that runway and sell it, and these judges can tell you're beautiful. You know, you can walk down and you could kill the dance challenge or this challenge, but if you make great TV, you'll be remembered forever.
Yes, honey. Well, your mouth has already started, and you're just about to get another chance to say whatever the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you want, of everybody around the world, turn it into bitch tracks.
Oh, just know that, I mean, if I didn't have a filter on season 9, I think definitely, especially with as much as I really opened up to myself and like the world after that, I walked into this new upcoming season kind of not giving a fuck. I said, you know what, bitch? Home? Bitch, I already went home.
Right.
I ain't got shit to lose this time. Eliminated? I've been eliminated. You want to talk about eliminated? Let me show you eliminated. So it was very that. I was like, you know what? I got nothing to lose.
Oh
I'm going to walk in here and I'm going to let these girls have it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even about starting a fight or starting any drama. It was just like, I'm going to have so much fun that I'm going to look back at this experience, and the worst part is going to be me having to stay in that goddamn hotel room over weekends. If I make it to the weekend.
Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh. Now, you're a drag mother to your house. Did you have a drag mother?
No.
No.
I never had a drag mother, not even YouTube. I'm too stubborn, girl. Nobody would be able to actually handle me. I think that I am crazy. You know, people in the world know this. I'm kind of an egotist, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Like, you have to love yourself. It took me fucking like 21 years to learn to love myself. Why would I not flaunt that? Like, people will be like, oh, be humble. Bitch, I am humble. I'm not walking through the streets going, look at me, I'm famous, I'm rich, I make money, I'm talented. No, I don't need to do that because my talent speaks for itself. But, you know, if you have a loud personality, that doesn't make you not humble. It just means you know who you are and you love yourself. And you can do that quietly, but I think that it's a better idea to do it loudly because I want to let the world know that no matter what you told me when I was growing up, and no matter what you told me, no matter what society is telling me, bitch, it's going in through one ear and out the other, bitch, because what I'm telling me matters so much more, and what I'm telling me is that, bitch, I'm the shit.
Internet, I think we've just given you a gift. It's a t-shirt, a pin, a patch. It says, bitch, I'm humble, with Aja's face from today.
I think I'm humble enough. If you hate me and you're posting about me, you're still putting me in the spotlight.
Yes,
you're still
they
giving me
are.
attention. And the more you hate me, the more I trend, bitch, so keep coming.
And on that note, we'll be back in a minute with more Aja. Yeah!
Hey, Queen! Hello, children. To see part 3 of this interview, click here. To see more Hey Queen fabulousness, click here. And don't forget to subscribe, bitch! Hey! Hey! Hey!